Hi, this is Keshav here. In this video, let's see how do we create calculator table in Power BI by using DAX. Alright, let's get started. In case if you are watching my video for first time, please do subscribe for more videos on Power BI, Azure Data Engineering certification and also on machine learning. Alright, let's get started. Basically, there are two ways to create calculator tables, or you can say another way, derived tables in Power BI. One way is directly, you can create by using existing table structure, and we can have rows appended to the table. Okay, the second way is we can create new table by adding new columns, and we can insert the values dynamically into the table. All right, so the second way already I shown in my previous video where I did dynamic time intelligence measures. What I'll do, I'll paste that link down in the description so that if you want to have a look into that, and you can use that link. So already I have one data set here, sales data. I just loaded from Excel. Okay, let me just get you guys into data tab. If you go to data tab, you can see the available fields and values. Alright, we have got 4 fields: year, minimum profit, actual profit and goal. Year I took numbers as 1, 2, 3, 4. In case if you want to go for a real year, maybe you can go ahead and have like 2016, 2017, 18, 19, 20. Of course, it's up to you. This is just for demo purpose, just I added only numbers. Okay, so if you take the year 1, first year, we have got minimum profit and actual profit and also goal. For rest of the years, we don't have minimum profit and goal. So what I want to do, I want to create one derived table on top of this where I can have the missing values calculated and use that derived table for analysis purpose. So what is the main purpose why I am creating derived table here? So let me just take you guys into report section here. So I want to pass dynamic goal and minimum values to gauge. Usually is one type of KPI visual, we can say, mainly used to measure the current value progress towards the goal. Okay, what is the progress of our current value towards the goal? Gauge visual has got different values to set. It has got target value, maximum value, minimum value and the actual value. Okay, so target value is nothing but a goal. Maximum value is maximum that our value can reach to, and the minimum value is the minimum our value can touch down. Okay, and the actual value is either profit or sales, whatever. Go ahead and use those values. I have got actual profit, I'll just pass under actual value, and goal should pass to target value. Minimum profit I'm gonna pass to minimum value. I don't have maximum value, but it's completely depends on the actual value. Okay, actual value would be double to that actual value. Okay, by default. Of course, if you want to set the long-term goal that you want to achieve, so as of now leave it, let it take default one. Okay, now let me add the slicer. If I go to year 1, yes, of course I got minimum value and goal, the actual value. And if I go to year 2, I got nothing because I don't have minimum value and I don't have goal also, but of course I have actual profit, right? That is the purpose why I am creating this derived table. So I want to dynamically pass the minimum profit and a goal to the gauge dynamically for each year. So whatever the year I am selecting through this slicer, I should get dynamic minimum profit as well as goal, right? That is the only main purpose why I am creating this derived table. Okay, let's go back and create. So as I said, right, there are two ways to create derived tables. Now I'm gonna create by using existing table structure. Okay, I have one table here. So this table has got no data. So if you observe here, this table has got only fields. Okay, year, minimum profit and goal, because I want to pass these two values dynamically for each year, right? I created only 3 fields. Okay, let's go ahead and create derived table here. Under modeling, you could see there is option to create new table. Just click on new table, just give the table name as derived goal. Of course, it's your wish, whatever the table name that you want to give. Now I need to create a few variables here because I need to calculate the missing minimum value and goal. Let me just take you guys into the main table once again. Let me explain you how I want to create it so that it will be more clear when I'm writing DAX query. Okay, so let me go to sales data. For year 1 we have got everything. For year 2 the minimum profit what I'm gonna have is the actual profit of year 1 should be the minimum profit of year 2, and goal for year 2 should be the actual profit of year 1 plus 20% of year 1 profit. Okay, so same value plus 20% of that. In the same way, for year 3 the actual profit of year 2 should be the minimum profit for year 3, and the goal should be the actual profit of year 2 plus 20% of that. Okay, in the same way for year 4 also. Alright, I hope this is clear for you guys. So let's go ahead and create. So if this is not clear, then it will be difficult for you to understand what DAX I am creating, why I am creating that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and I'm going to create multiple variables here. I'm going to create one variable to get year from the first row. Okay, I'm going to name it as year 1. That should select minimum value of year from main table. It should be based on condition. So if you want to apply the condition, so you need to use calculate function. Year of main table equal to 1. Right, now let me copy this. Now I'm going to create variables for actual value. Okay, so actual of year 1, actual 2 and actual 3. So actual 1 should be sum of actual profit from main table. Okay, now actual 2 should be actual from main table where year equal to 2. Okay, now in the same way actual for year 3. Okay, and actual for year 4 also. Okay, so these actuals we are getting from main table. We have got actuals already for each year. Now where year equal to 2 and here it should be year equal to 3 and year equal to 4. Now I'm gonna pull minimum value for each year. Min profit of year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. Okay, so for year 1, how do you get the minimum profit? That already we have in main table, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say sum of min profit from main table where year equal to 1. All right, okay, these are the variable. For year 2, as I said, right, the actual value of year 1 should be the minimum value of year 2. Okay, that's how we need to calculate. The actual value of year 1 should be the minimum profit for year 2. So we have already actual value for year 1 calculated here. Directly I can call that variable. All right, in the same way the actual value of year 2 should be the minimum profit of year 3. So let me call year 2 actual, and for year 4 the actual value of year 3 is the minimum profit of year 4. Okay, so that's it. Now I'm gonna calculate goal for each year. Okay, so how I'm gonna calculate goal for year 1, that's for year 2, goal for year 3 and goal for year 4. Okay, so again as I said, for year 1 we are pulling the whatever the goal available in main table. For year 2 the goal should be actual value of year 1 cross 0.2, because I said actual value of year 1 plus 20% of actual value of year 1, right? So I'm gonna say cross 0.2. all right, so in the same way for year 3 also it should be like actual value of year 2 plus 20% of actual value of year 2. all right, so that's it. In the same way for year 3, same way for year 4 also, the actual value of year 3 plus 20% of year 3 actual value. all right, so say yes. all right, we are done with all required variables. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create rows and append those rows to table. Okay, so for that I'm going to use union function here to combine all the rows. Okay, union, then I'm going to call the table test sales is the table that I'm gonna use to copy the structure. Then I'm gonna create a row. So for that I'm gonna use function called row. Now let me create row. So by defining the required columns, okay. So first column is year. This derived table will have 3 columns. One is year, minimum profit, and goal. Okay. So year should be the first. For year 1 I'm gonna take as is whatever the value I'm getting into year 1. Okay. Then min profit, column should have value from what? Year 1's min profit. Where is that? Year 1's min profit. Yes, this variable. Now goal for year 1 is goal of year 1, right? All right. Now let me close the bracket. First row is done. Like so. Now in the same way, let me create rows for the rest of the 3 years. Okay. We don't need this bracket. Okay. The year value should be year 1 plus 1 because the second row is for year 2, right? And min profit of year 2 and goal of year 2. Okay. In the same way, I'm gonna say plus 2 year for year 3 and min profit of year 3, goal of year 3. All right. And the same way for year 4 plus 3, min profit of year 4, goal of year 4. All right. So let me close the bracket. Okay. So we all good. Let me execute the query. So all done. Now let's go ahead and see if data is created or not. Okay, let's go to data tab under derived table. All right, we have got year 1 and respect to minimum value, minimum profit, goal, and year 2 minimum profit and goal. So if you observe here for year 2, the minimum profit should be the actual value of year 1. Let's go back and year 25k, right? Let's go back to main table and check whether that value is correct or not. Yes, the actual value for year 1 is 25k. So that became minimum profit for year 2. All right. So all done. Still we are not getting minimum profit and goal, right? That I think because relationship is missing between these two tables. Let's go ahead and make the relationship between those two tables. I'm in model now. Yes. So our main sales table is not connected to derived goal table, right? So here we have got common column, that is year. Let me connect with year. All right. So okay, fine. Let me go back to visual now. Okay, if you observe here, the overall the value is more than goal. Okay, and if you select year 1, actual profit is less than the goal. The actual profit is 25k, but the goal is 26k. It is less than the goal. And if I select year 2, value is missing because I think we did not use those values properly, right? So still it is using old values. Okay, let me remove them. Now I need to call the goal from derived table. The goal is target here, and minimum profit should be the minimum value, and the actual value I need to call from original table, that I'm gonna call for actual profit. That should be the value. And the maximum value, if you have any long-term goal, of course you can give that as maximum value. So as of now, it take automatically, it take by default value. So how it will take maximum value is it will just double the actual value and it will take that as maximum value. All right. So now still the actual and goal, those are not in correct format, I think, right? So why? Yes, See here it is doing count, not sum. Okay, let me go ahead and convert this to sum. I don't see sum here. Oh yeah, I understood about it. We can't see the sum here because data type of this fields is text. Let's convert that to whole number, then it will be fine. All right, let me go to data. So let me convert the right table, minimum profit to whole number, say yes. Again let's convert goal also to whole number. Okay, say yes. Let's go back to visual. Now it should be fine. Alright, now let's convert that to sum. Yes, now I could see option to sum, and in the same way let's sum target as well. Alright, now we are done. And if I select year 2, yes, the minimum profit is 25k, the actual profit is 32k, goal is 30k, actual value cross the goal. Alright, in the same way if I select year 3 and year 4, it is less than the goal. Okay, the other thing is every time our sentiment is not changing, right? So what I meant to say is every time, even though our actual value crossing the goal and less than the goal, we could see same color, right? So what I want to do, I want to implement dynamic conditional formatting so that this color should change based on the value. If it is crossing the goal, it should indicate in different color. If it is less than the goal, should indicate in different color. If it is equal to goal, it should indicate in a different color, right? It's one type of performance indicator. I want to indicate with different colors. So for that, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create one measure here. Let me create a measure called data color. Data color equals to, I'm going to use switch function. Based on some condition, I need to give that color, right? So I'm going to use switch function. If it is true, then the below expression has to be evaluated. Okay, now say sum of actual value, actual profit is greater than sum of the goal then want to indicate in green, right? So the next condition is comma, if sum of actual profit is equal to goal, then I want to indicate in yellow, else red. So that's what I want to apply the condition. Okay, so let's say yes, all done. Let's go back to visual. Alright, now to implement this dynamic coloring for conditional formatting, I'm gonna select the visual, go to format, under format go to data colors. Under data colors, if you go to fill, there is option to right click on that expression, format by field value. Okay, what field value? Based on the field that we just created, that is data color. All right, now let's see. So overall the actual value is more than goal, that's why it is indicated in green. Let me select year 1. All right, now see here, for year 1 goal is 26k and minimum profit was profit is 20k and the actual value is only 25k. So it is less than the goal, that's why it is indicated in red. If I go to year 2, it is more than goal, so it is indicated in green, and year 3 also indicated in green, and if I go to year 4, again it is red because it is less than the goal. Alright, I hope this is clear for you guys. In this video I shown you guys how we can create a calculator table by using DAX in Power BI, and how we can dynamically pass minimum value and a goal to the gauge, and also I shown you how we can dynamically change the sentiment of our gauge visual. Alright, so I hope this is clear. Thanks for watching my video. Please do subscribe for more videos from my side on Power BI, data engineering certification, and also on machine learning. We'll meet again with a different concept. Until then, bye bye. See you. Thank you.